The rise of an artist like Sexyy Red, although in the eyes of many is unwelcomed, it is certainly not unprecedented. We have seen artists with suggestive lyrics rise to national prominence many times before. Artists like Luther Campbell and Lil' Kim come to mind. However, previous artists did not enjoy the social acceptability that we are now seeing with Sexyy Red. We have seen mainstream society embrace Sexyy Red in a way that we have not seen before. From seeing her songs on national television via Monday Night Football, or even in the classroom, Sexyy Red now enjoys an acceptance on par with mainstream culture.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
What's the name, baby?
My name is Chase. Police walking.
The police walking? Are you in jail? You're in jail?
Yeah.
Why are you calling me? What you mean, sis? You called me. Baby, what the hell are you gonna offer a woman? You in jail. How long are you in jail for?
2 years.
2 years. So what are you gonna do for a woman on my show, baby? You locked up for 2 years, honey.
I'm looking for somebody generous. I need a generous woman that want a good young man.
How old are you?
35.
What you do to go to jail? Negro, this ain't how I think you on a live show. They gonna see your ass. You're 2 about to become 5. But you know what's so crazy? Because you're attractive, women are actually gonna hit you up. And this how you know that women, this is gonna be on you. He all the way in a whole jail. He can't take you out on a date for 2 years.
Yes, I can.
How you taking out on a date?
Virtually.
Chase, how tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
You're 6'2". It's a shame. Ladies, against my better judgment, I'm gonna tell you not to reach out to Chase. But because I know you, you are. You are.
Ladies, hit me up. If you're looking for somebody real cool, you know what I mean? Get at me.
So y'all be watching my show in jail?
For sure. All the time. Me and myself, look.
But how about this? I know my women. I know he fit 2 categories, attractiveness and height. And some women gonna say, I saw you on the Kendra G show. Boy, you funny. That's how it's gonna start.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's so interesting about the Sexyy Red phenomena is that she is accepted in a way that we've never really seen before from an artist of her type. And this integration is being seen as far as elementary school. And it is permeating the culture.
If you see me and you trying to see what's up,
How I get my students' attention.
if you see me and you trying to see what's up, if your pencil sharp,
And he can't hear you
If
I'm
you're
down
ready
here
to
and
go
he's
to
up there.
science.
So you guys have to say it loud enough that he can hear you, okay? Okay, so we're gonna practice. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So now we're gonna say, this is when we're gonna say it. I'm gonna say the end, and then you guys say ski yee. So I'm gonna act like we're finishing and just practice the end.
say what's up. All right, I need my eyes on me. If you are done with your exit ticket, raise your hand. Raise your hand. All right.
If you see me and you trying to see what's up, I call your mama and I know she gonna pull up.
If you see me and you trying to say what's up, all right. I need my eyes on me. If you are done with your exit ticket, raise your hand.
If you see me and you trying to say what's up, okay guys, so we're gonna pack up for the end of the day. Make sure your voices are off, and we're gonna pack up and put your stuff away silently.
First, we have to understand that correlation is not causation, and it is not fair to performers like Sexyy Red to blame them for the ills of society. Things like teaching and raising children are the responsibilities of teachers and parents, and mostly parents. However, we do see a disturbing trend emerging, and that will be falling test scores. U.S. reading and math scores dropped to their lowest levels in decades per the NPR, and this is June 22nd, 2023. The average scores from tests given last fall declined 4 points in reading and 9 points in math, compared with tests given in the 2019-2020 school year, and are the lowest in decades. The declines in reading were more pronounced for lower performing students but dropped across all percentiles. The math scores were even more disappointing. On a scale of 500 points, the declines range from 6 to 8 points for middle and high performing students to 12 to 14 points for lower performing students.
If you see me and you trying to see what's up.
When looking at progress across all percentiles, you see that all of the arrows are down for 13-year-olds in math and reading. And when you look at the overall scores, you can see the mathematical scores in particular taking a dive of 9 points in the last grading period, and that's after a 5-point drop. And you see reading taking a drop to a level that's almost on par with what you would have seen almost 40 years ago. Reading scores declined at all selected percentiles since 2020. NAEP reports scores at 5 selected percentiles that show changes over time for lower, middle, and high performing students. Percentiles are used for understanding how overall scores, gains, and losses are distributed across the student population and provide context for the national score. The 2023 reading scores for age 13 students at all 5 selected percentile levels declined compared to 2020. The declines range from 3 to 4 points for middle and higher performing students to 6 to 7 points for lower performing students. Looking at the chart, you can see the drop across all percentiles from 2020 to 2023, which can be chalked up to the pandemic, which is a very tough time for all teachers, parents, and students. But if you look from 2012 to 2020, you can see that that trend started before the pandemic, suggesting that this is a longer-term trend trending down.
If you see me and you trying to see what's up.
Larger declines since 2020 for lower performing students in mathematics. In the 2023 mathematics scores for age 13 students at all 5 selected percentile levels declined compared to 2020. The declines range from 6 to 8 points for middle and high performing students to 12 to 14 points for lower performing students, with largest declines for lower performers in comparison to their high performing peers. Looking at the chart for 13-year-old students in math, you see that above the 50th percentile, those students are pretty much on par with where they were with the adjustment for considering how difficult the pandemic was. But if you look at the 50th percentile and below, you see that the drop is almost accelerating. And for that 10th percentile, you see a 27-point drop in just an 11-year span, and you see a 15-point drop in 3 years. When looking at the stats by race, the differences are even more stark. As you can see, Asians are the highest performing group, and their reading scores pretty much remain on par at 286, dropping to 280 in the 10-year span, and 314, 303 in the 10-year span for math. And of course, in the Black group, you see the biggest drops, unfortunately, where you see it dropping from 247 points to 237 points in a 10-year span. And for math, you see a 20-point drop as it goes from 264 down to 243 in the decade. And of course, you can compare that with the Hispanic numbers. And if you use white numbers as the mean, you can see that Black students on the whole are in a hole, and they have a lot of catching up to do. And it's very unfortunate that Black students are in an environment where they're this far behind, and the socialization of them in school looks like this.
If you hear me and you trying to see what's up.
And the last chart, which is possibly the saddest chart of all, is how often students read for fun in their own time. If you look at almost every day, 2023 is 14%, which is half of what it was 11 years previous at 27%. And for never or hardly ever, you see 31% at 2023, which is growing clearly as it's gone up from 22 and 29% respectively. And I can only wonder what kind of environment the schools have become, because I know that teaching is a super hard job and the teachers are being put in almost impossible positions because, well, we just watched the dating show where there are actually women contemplating dating a man who is in jail for 2 more years. And so if that is how family building is going, teachers are getting put in impossible positions because when things got difficult like they did during the pandemic, teachers are now trying to be parents and teachers. And as a result, a lot of the children are falling behind because families just aren't being planned. And it makes me wonder, where is the culture of the classroom, the culture of just the baseline for young kids going? Where you're seeing young kids recognizing adult stars and you're seeing young kids singing songs that we can't even imagine singing Little Kim songs, or better yet, having our teachers spur us on to recite a Little Kim lyric. But that's where we are in 2023, unfortunately. I don't know where it's going, but I would hope that the trend changes and soon, because from what I see, the trend as it's going, it's not heading in the best direction, especially for the next generation of young Black kids. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, guys.